I started at 16 in my town, in the suburbs of a big city. At first, they put me to help the chef in the kitchen and clean the place and stuff. 2 months later, my boss told me that on the days off of the main delivery boy, I would deliver. And I said yes, of course. Then all of a sudden, the delivery boy quit when he came from delivering a pizza at this one house. He looked traumatized and shaken, like something with his face in his eyes. He went into the boss's office and they argued for about 15 minutes. Then he came out and said, "Good luck, kid," then told me he had quit. I asked why, and he said, "Just a shitty job, that's all." He then patted me on the back and left. I knew it was something else than just a shitty job, but I didn't think much of it. That was the last time I saw him. So for the next couple of weeks, I was a delivery boy till they could find someone that can deliver pizza. About 2 weeks into me delivering pizzas, my boss gave me the address to a house, and as usual, I put the GPS and went over. Watching the sunset while driving over there, I was hoping it did take 2 minutes tops, so I could get home. Unfortunately, it was in the rural side of town, where the houses are like quarter-mile from each other. I stopped in front of the 2-floor house and looked at it. I got the creepiest feels when I stared at it. Lawn not cut, with weeds, dead trees, and the old porch with no chairs or flower pots. Just plain. It seemed abandoned, but I got out anyways and knocked on the door. I was hoping my boss gave me the wrong address or something, so I could get the hell out of there. Then the lock started to shake, and the door opened. It was an old lady, at least 70 years old or something, with white hair, teeth missing, and skinny, very short, but her eyes just glaring at me. It really freaked me out. I figured if I was nice, things would turn out okay. "Pepperoni pizza, ma'am?" I said as friendly as I could. "Yes," she said with a hoarse voice, as if she had a sore throat. "Alrighty, here you go." I handed the pizza over, but she just looked at it with no emotion and didn't take it. She opened her purse and said, "Did you come with someone else?" I froze, then quickly looked up at her, still glaring at me. That question really frightened me. No," I said. "Where's the other one? He went off on me last time he came. He just ran off." I thought it didn't make sense. "He quit some weeks ago," I said. Then she looked through her purse and started searching for money, or so I thought. For about a minute, the longest minute ever, and with the hands in her purse, she stopped and looked at me. Not in a look of surprise or any confusion, but just like as if she was thinking really hard on something. I could tell she was holding something in her right hand inside the purse, but I couldn't see what. I really started to freak out at this point. What if it was pepper spray, or a knife, or even a gun? I mean, what could take her so long to get $10 out of her purse? Then behind her, I saw a shadow, a silhouette of a man coming to the door, and all of a sudden, I heard footsteps crushing the leaves on my left side next to the porch. and a man's deep voice saying, "Hey." I looked over and saw a head of a middle-aged man with a look of anger peeking over the porch, and that was when I realized I had enough. I darted to my car, threw the pizza inside, turned it on, and drove off. I didn't look back as I drove off in the dark. I had to lie and pay for the pizzas out of my own pocket, but it was worth it. On the day I quit, I decided to tell my boss what had happened that evening, to which he freaked out as well and asked me why I hadn't told him. He said James told him something like he just walked out of there and didn't pay attention to her. My boss then called the cops to look into the sketchy situation, and he told me I could leave. About 2 days later, he called back saying the cops had this house registered as foreclosed for over a year, and they found 3 people living in there when they broke in, which were 2 men and the old lady I encountered. They were arrested, and he didn't tell me anything else. I'm still traumatized, and I don't know what would have happened if I would have waited. They could have easily jumped me, but thank God I quit afterwards, and I'm still alive.